This is a YouTube diamond play button you receive when you break 10 million subscribers. I think I might have been like one of the first 10 people to get one of these, maybe 20. And when I received it, the CEO of YouTube presented it to me, but she gave me a broken one because she tried to prank me because we were a prank channel. So it was kind of cool. Shout out Susan Wazinski. That was the CEO at that time. Hi, my name's Jesse. I'm a filmmaker, director, influencer, going on 17 years now. I was born September of 1982. Grew up in Northeast Philly. My parents own a women's clothing store on Tarsdale Avenue, and we lived above it. And I moved to New Jersey, right over the bridge, and that's where I went to grade school and high school. I was a troubled teenager growing up. I was a little rebel. I never wanted to listen to authority. I always wanted to do my own thing. But I was always a real prankster in school. Like, I was pulling pranks on my teachers. I really loved making everybody laugh in my class, and I liked the attention. After high school, I got a job as like a lot boy, where I was just like in charge of all the cars on the car dealership. And I lived with my parents, and my dad was like, yo, you going to college, or like, what's your plan? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna live with you forever. He's like, no, you gotta leave. He's like, either you join the military or just get out of my house. And I was like, oh, maybe the military. So I joined the Air Force. I went to Germany for 2 years. I got deployed twice during the Iraqi war. And then I got orders in Korea. While I was in Korea was a time when online video wasn't really a thing yet, right? YouTube started in 2005. There was video online. And when I was in Korea, I didn't have cable television, but I had the internet, so I could find these little snips of online video as entertainment. It was inspiring me to go, I can make stuff funnier than that. But I was still in the military. And then my last base was in New Jersey. And during that time, I had a girlfriend and I dared her to eat cinnamon. And she choked on it, put it on this website called break.com, and it was like viral. That was the first time I've seen or even heard anything go viral, and other people started doing cinnamon challenge. But we were the first ones that did that. I got paid $200. Let's do another stupid video. Right? And I was like, to my girlfriend, I'm like, just hit me in the head with a frying pan, like when I'm not looking, and film it. And that would be like your revenge for me making you eat the cinnamon. That went viral. $400 this time. That was the easiest $400 I ever made. And we just kept playing these pranks on each other back and forth. Some of them would be fake, some of them would be real. And it just got really popular. Then we moved it onto YouTube. And then it got to a point where it was like, whoa, this is a career. I got into it not knowing that I wanted to be a filmmaker. I started vlogging. I was one of the original vloggers and daily vlogging. And I was making a video every single day for 6 years straight. And I got really good at editing and storytelling from just making, I don't know how many videos that is, like 3,000 videos. Oh, okay. This right here, this cardboard cutout of my cat Nyla. So I made this for a prank. I pranked my girlfriend. I put it outside the window of our condo that was 17 stories up, and she thought our cat was outside. It fell and died. It was this big viral sensation. You've probably seen the video, but this is the original. So this is like YouTube days, and like things happen fast, and there's usually no pre-production. We just do it. And I remember I was like sitting on my boosted board. Someone in my comments of the video I made wrote like, "You kind of look like Aladdin doing that." That's not a bad idea. Maybe I build a magic carpet on this for Halloween and skate it through New York City as Aladdin. I know one guy that could do both things, build a magic carpet and film the video, and is the king of New York, Casey. So I hit Casey with the idea. He's like, I love it, let's do it. I love Casey, and we've been friends for a long time, but like that was our first time we actually got to work together. I show up to a studio and there it is. He's like, all right, there's your magic carpet, Aladdin. And then he grabbed one camera, another booster board, and me and him just rode around New York City, and him filming me for maybe an hour. And then he's never flown a drone before. So this is pre-Casey flying drones. I'm gonna take credit for this, Casey, if you're watching. And I'm like, Casey, you have to dress up as Aladdin and be on the skateboard, and I'll fly the drone since you don't know how to fly a drone yet. That's how early it was. And then that last shot in the Aladdin video is actually Casey when the drone shot. That's Casey as Aladdin. Casey really pioneered a lot of the storytelling skills like people have on YouTube. And if you actually dig into Casey's past, he was basically making YouTube videos on HBO before YouTube was a thing. Look into it. Like, he's that triple OG. So when I got around somebody like Casey, I was very inspired. Like, this is art, right? This isn't just silly videos of me pranking my girl. Like, I could do so much more. So when I surrounded myself with like Casey and like Peter McKinnon was another big one. I was also surrounded by like the OG YouTubers like Shay Carl, Charles Trippy, iJustine, Smosh, Ryan Higa, Ray William Johnson. Remember that guy? He was big time. So I was surrounded by all these guys too, and I remember going to the first VidCon. We're all just sitting in the lobby, a bunch of YouTuber nerds that were like just figuring this thing out. And now you go to VidCon, it's like 40,000 people. But it was like I was there in the beginning and watching the birth of it. We didn't know what it was right back then about what we were doing, like allowing this much attention on our personal life and allowing all these people you don't know to comment on your life and you to read it. Oh, they like this, they hate this, they like this. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And like Truman Show type shit. A big part of my career was with my partner and allowing them into our personal partnership, right? And them to comment on it. I didn't know it was like fucking me up. And then it got to a point where it was like, are we doing this stuff because we love each other? Are we doing this stuff because we need to get this video done? And that was every day. So like, I didn't realize what it was doing at the time. I was just like really loving the dopamine hit of how much attention we were getting. It's an addiction and how much self-worth I put into that. And my mom was struggling with addiction and mental health, right? And then my mom commits suicide amongst all of this. But I was so concentrated on my vlogs. You know, I had this weird grief that I wasn't there supportive enough. When that happened, I kind of like, a fuse just broke and I quit. I'm at the peak. We were just the most viewed YouTubers on the platform. I broke it off with my partner. I was in a raw place, you know. I was like, just did a lot of unhealthy habits afterwards, kind of like stopped doing YouTube the way I was and just would do things that felt fun for me. But the things that felt fun for me didn't translate to the audience or what they signed up for originally. Oh my God, they don't like it. Just spiraling until I finally got to a point where I kind of separated myself and it doesn't matter anymore. Like I don't care about the attention and I only work on things that are fun for me. And I don't care the reaction, the dopamine hit. I'm like, all right, I want my content to be purpose driven. How can I educate, have them feel something? And how is it gonna help the greater good of mankind, you know? I just move with that purpose and that integrity and abundance starts happening. I'm like, oh wow, things that I need to do this thing are here and here. And now I feel in such a good place. Fortunately, I made enough money where I can kind of survive and work on things that I feel passionate about and not make a vlog where I'm farting on my cat. Yeah, so these are the original, this is one of one. Actually, they're still in here. So this was from a music video I did with Dogg over 7 years ago. And in the music video, I created a brand called Snoop Loops, obviously, because we made a commercial. I even got him to do some VO where he was like, part of a balanced breakfast, bitch.
Snoop Loops, part of a balanced breakfast, bitch.
But then Snoop went off and made Snoop Loops officially, but he changed it to Snoop cereal now because Kellogg's tried to sue him. But I have the original. I moved to Los Angeles, did a thing with Snoop Dogg, and my manager at the time was like, Snoop, Jesse wants to do more directing, filmmaking. You should let him direct one of your music videos. And he said, for shizzle. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And I was like, wow, I've never really written a treatment before, right? So I'm getting thrown into it, so I had to learn. Now that video is iconic as fuck. The one I did with Snoop back in the day, it got so crazy that the Secret Service wanted to speak to us. And if you watch the video, there's some deep subliminal messaging in that music video. Fast forward now, it's very relevant. I'm like, Snoop, we're like prophets here. Like, he's like, yeah, Trump tweeted about it back then. Snoop and I had to speak to the Secret Service, whatever. And he had me do 5 more music videos since. I'm working on one right now. Especially since I moved to this part of the world from Philadelphia, I've gotten very educated on my health and wellness. You can't eat cheesesteaks and pizza for the rest of your life and be healthy. And I'm learning about a lot of what's in our food, especially here in America. So I'm very cautious about what I eat now. I love gummy candies. The stuff that's in gummy worms and in these gummy candies that we love to enjoy is so toxic. But homegirl Alli created this brand where there's gummy candy, but it has 0 sugar and also have vitamins. And a lot of her vitamins come from mushroom supplements, not psychedelic mushrooms, just functional mushrooms. And this is a big thing that we're not educating all of America about the benefits of functional mushrooms. So shout out SuperMush. For my creative process, you know, it's really important to have like a morning ritual, and mine is to wake up and not look at your phone right away and get direct sunlight on your skin very first thing you do in the morning. If you can do that, watch how much your day improves. And I say this practice because I want to do it more, and sometimes we all slip. So there may be days I looked at my phone when I first woke up, but I'm very particular what I eat, like I was saying before. Don't get too manipulated by the attention of something that's not in alignment with you, right? Like if it's not in alignment with you, but you do it because it gets the attention, think about that, right? Think about that. I feel like you should never be too old to play, and I feel like you can integrate it into your regular life. So listen, I'm 41 years old. I don't care. I'm never gonna grow up. I'm still gonna ride an electric bike around the beach. It's a lot of fun. Always make sure you're playing, no matter how old you are. And don't let someone tell you can't play at 41 years old. Purpose is everything. And if you move with purpose, the abundance will come. And if you're so clear, you can be crystal clear on what it is you wanna do, you can do it. You gotta be clear.